Volar wrist immobilization splint. This splint can be used for a patient with a carpal tunnel syndrome to immobilize the wrist. Before making a splint, we need to have a pattern of the hand. For this, we should just draw shape of the hand and then mark the second and first web space, MCP joints of the index and little finger, MCP joint and the CMC joint of the thumb and the wrist. To make a pattern, we should just draw a line between two MCPs and connect the first and second web space together by perpendicular line. It will be a dot over there. We should just have a line out of the MCP joint of index to 3 to 5 centimeter and 1 centimeter out of the MCP joint of the small finger, and then connect all dots together to the wrist to have the pattern. Make sure that around the wrist and around the 2/3 of the forearm, we should have 3 to 5 centimeter out of the hand, and then we should cut the pattern. We can use a material that have memory, elasticity, and also can be molded on the patient's hand easily. Orchid Color NS is a good option for using for a cock-up splint. We should draw pattern to the Orchid material and then put it in the warm water, 65-degree warm water for a minute. Then we should put the pattern on the patient's hand. For shaping the splint, we should just make sure that the palmar crease and dorsal palmar crease should be free. Patients should be able to move their thumb easily and also flex the fingers. Wrist should be positioned in the 0 to 50 degree of extension. For strapping, as the Orchid Color NS has a cover on it, it is good to scratch before attaching the Velcros. Velcro should be attached with warming with a heat gun, and it is good to have 3 Velcros to just fix the splint on the patient's hand. One in the forearm, the other at the wrist level, and also at the palm. As you can see in the movie, we should just scratch the material and then warm and heat the Velcro, attach it to the Orchid, and that's it. There are different solutions for attaching Velcro. We can have a Velcro in both sides of the splint and attach it with a soft Velcro, and also we can have a rounded Velcro around the forearm and the wrist. And rounded Velcro around the forearm and the wrist is a good solution because it makes the splint stable. Make sure that you should round the Velcros. For trimming the splint, it is good to just smooth all the edges of the splint and no pressure point on the patient's hand. Then we should fit the splint on the patient's hand, attach the Velcros to know if any pressure points exist or not. After attaching the Velcro, we should ask the patient to move their finger, do opposition, and see if is there any place that needs to be trimmed. We can mark the places and then cut it or hit it and round it. After cutting the edge, it is very good solution to just round the edge with the warm water. Patients should have the splint for all the night time and also meanwhile the day for doing the activities and